Hello, welcome to our workshop making a flat dish by using a slab form. So this video will show you how to make a slab piece and make the dish plus something design. Okay, so here I have a few samples. So this is we talk about the flat dish, which is in your first project you have to make. So you also have to make another two for your own design. So here I have another two samples. This one, it's simple. I cut the same triangle shapes and push down to make a dish. This one get a little bit design, and for the straight lines looks like make a flower image. So 3 pieces in your first project. Of course, you have to do your own design, think something fun. Because we think about you working in the home, it's online course, so you may don't have good large space for you working on. So every project you can make a small one. In this course, we try to learn the method and how to design and to be more creative. So doesn't matter the size. If you know how to do it, in the future you can handle large piece like this one. So this little bit large dish, you can design hollow some design on the top. And also we may ask you to make the foot for the dish. Okay, so we will talk about how to make it this one. Okay, let's start to talk about how to make it. So before you making your ceramics piece, you have to need a tool. So what kind of tool we use? So we use the tool is on canvas, so you can take a look. You should be purchased by yourself. Okay, so this is very much simple, basic tool we use in ceramics work. Okay, the string. Okay, you know, make a more good size you're doing, you may have really some roller here. Okay, so you also need the water spray ball. In case clay dry, you can spray water. Get a little bit slab material as glue. So which means more water with the clay. So make the slab material we can use it for glue use. Make a slab, we need some support piece, the piece. So this some the plywood street we made it in the studio. But in your home, you may don't have, but you try to get something simple, same thickness piece and straight lines. It can help you to make good slab form. It's important tool for load slab. Okay, this is basic tool we use. Okay, so and now we see how to make it about the materials. So ceramics, the clay is the main material you make a form. So keep the clay be good consistent to use. You have to keep the moisture. So by using the practice sheets to cover your clay form, so it can be held for a while. Okay, so this is the clay we have. Clay, we use the clay in our studio. It's called stoneware clay file content. Okay, let's start working on. So when you work in any project, you have to get a clay ready, which means you have to weigh in your clay. So detail about the weighing clay, please see the watching a video on Canvas clay weighing. Okay, here I just show you simple to weighing clay, because if clay have air pocket inside, and they will be during the firing, they will be damaging your work. Like this is the air pocket here. So it's the air pocket here, right? Then you have to weigh in clay and make sure there's no air pocket. Okay, we got a clay weight, but we need to check to see if they have air pocket inside. So how to check it? So we use the string to cut half to see it. Oh wow, we get an air pocket here. So we need to still working on. Pretty good. So as clay weighing the ready, so we need to make a slab form. So I will be to slap them to make a form ready. The table right now, a lot of moist clay here. Clean it away. Maybe I put a little bit past to make it a little bit dry. And try to make the slab form ready. We have 4 plywood here, so prepare it to load the slab form. So making slab form. So right now we have the slip form ready. So we wanted to, because I wanted to make more piece, so I make 2 layers here. You may just use 1 layer. Okay, so right now, because I have 2 layers, I can cut one B2. So how to do it? Use the string and tie it on your finger. Slide from the beginning to down. Okay. So now you got a 2 piece. You got a 2 piece. 2 more is 2. We try to. Okay. So in this case, we need to get a little bit smooth, make the clay smooth. Okay. So we got enough materials. Yeah, really depending your size you make. Okay, so for this time, I think that's good enough. Now you get ready to cut some piece. I think I just trimming them. Use the needle. Trim here. And make a 90-degree. Trim here. Okay, so because we make a small one, I take a small piece first. Okay, so we get this ready. We maybe just start use this piece here. We leave those pieces. Use later. Okay, so we have this piece, and we have to make the dish. So we will make the small dish like this one, square one. We use the mold here. Okay, and we need to make sure the size we want. So this size is come to 3 inch by 3 inch. So because dish has this out the ring here, so we have to get a space ready on here. So I think we just give each 1/2 inch, maybe more, because when you push down, they will be less 1/2 inch. So we keep the 3/4 inch for each side, and which means 3 inch plus 1.5. So 4.5 inch we make. So we make the 4.5 inch. and a half. Oh, perfect. 4.5. So we cut this line. Four and a half. 4.5. So we got it already, the materials. Okay. So what do? We just try to push the mold onto the clay, make it a dish. Just very simple. So gentle to mold the piece on the sponge. Put in the center of the sponge. And the mold should be put center of on the clay. So you also have to make sure 3/4 inch for each side. Bow, bow. Okay, so that's the center we're doing. Yeah, make sure the side is center. Okay, so now just very simple. You push down, make even power energy. Okay, so make it even. So push down. Okay, release. Take the water piece off. You can see this time a little bit stick because this water piece a little bit moisture. So, but it's okay, we did it, and you can see the dish we made. Of course, we need a trimming more, make more later to clean them. For this case right now, it's too moisture. We put on the water piece, let it dry a little bit to the finish work. So some people maybe make a more large of this edge here. So the clay is very depending on the clay. They may maybe a little bit fell down because too moisture. So in that case, you maybe have to think about how to protect the edge you did. So how to do it? You can just cut some clay to holding. Because clay is still soft, you need to release them. Here I have some papers, so use the paper as the release material. So do not stick it together, right? So easy. If the clay is dry, you may don't need to do, but today this clay, I think we need to do it. Push the clay under the dish bottom to hold them. only need a little paper. Okay. So this protects the edge of this dish, right? So waiting dry. And maybe we call it a laser dry, which the surface a little bit dry, and then try to clean those edges, make a more good finish, like this one, right? More good finish. You can use the tool to clean them. To clean tool, you may have, so best way you have those kind of tool. If you have, maybe those you can find in the hardware store. They can help you to make more good work, to be clean much. Okay. If you don't have those stuff, you just have to use the wood knife or something to be clean edge. The sandpaper is also works well. Sandpaper, okay, to clean that. Okay, so now we see how to make second form. Maybe we talk about make this dish. Okay, so we had the materials here. Let's take a look to see. We just simple to draw something freehand. Draw some shape is. So we made this shape here. And this time we change the more. We may use something different shapes here. For the center. In here I have a small ball. Those ball, maybe I just use this part to push, make a dish. So you see last one when I push down, because the pieces moisture, they stick on the top. This time we put a little bit baby pot, try to release the clay, and this pot make it easy. Okay, so we can use the baby pot. You don't have to lot, just a little, okay? And then try to put it the center you want. Okay, same thing, we push down. Push down even, and release. And this time, because the baby parts here, help us to release a little bit. Okay, now you got this shape is here. Right, and same thing, you move on to plywood to let it be slowly dry. So for protect the piece bending same shape, you need to do same thing like we did use because it's dry. It's too moisture. We have to use some clay to hold the edge here. So we just simple to holding here, bending, put it back. And you can see, just make some little bit clay ball to holding the area you want to. Some area you maybe don't want, some you want. So make this works. Will help a lot, so keep the design form you did. Right, so if we want to make a design like we talk about the patterns here, you can do something like later to design it. Maybe right now it's too soft, you can wait a little bit, let it a little bit dry, and you try to make some detail issue. Because it's artwork, more think about the freedom. You can make a more fun piece. In this class, it's very important to challenge you, be a creative person, make a knowledge. So think about more free work. Okay, you can make any design you want. Okay, that's the second one. Third one, I talk about the triangle. Same thing, we make it a materially. So we make a materially here. So we try to make a triangle form. Any size is okay. I don't think I want to be perfect triangle, just make a little bit different. Okay, we get it ready. Okay, so we can make something fun also too. You make some pattern on the top. So including this one together, I wanted to introduce, so make some patterns. So you can get a lot of material like a source or something interesting form design you like to put on the top. Okay, and use the roller lightly to push down, make a pattern on the top. So it's a good idea, it's not like I cut right now. So before you cut, you make this look. So you can, okay, try to make a back. Right, you can, before you cut this shape, you can make it a pattern first. Okay, so same thing, we put on the top, we make this one works. A little bit large, okay. So if we have two sponges, it's nice. If we have only one, it make a small one. Okay, wait, get a little bit damage.